Facebook. Hi, Facebook. It's Lexi here. How are you? Happy Friday. Leaving a legacy while you sleep. Guys, this is a really important topic, and I really want to talk to you about this today. I'm getting a special guest coming on here pretty quick, and I'm going to give her a great introduction so you know who she is. And we're just going to talk about that today because unfortunately we are finite. We do have an expiry date. So I was thinking about this a lot, and I really truly believe that it's very important to leave a legacy. So why not do it while we're sleeping? All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring her on. Bear with me. Huh.
Hello.
Hey, Subira, how are
Wait, let me
you?
turn it this way. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were on your phone.
I am on my phone and I have it on rotation and I've turned it and for some reason it's not
Huh.
working the way I'd hoped.
Okay.
That is too
All right.
bad.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll do it this way.
Oh man, okay.
Hey, sometimes technology works for us, sometimes not so much.
It's worked 3 times for me and today it decided it's not going to, so fine.
Let me try one more time.
So hey,
Yeah, nope.
yeah,
You're
so
making
this
people
is,
dizzy here.
yes, I know I was too. So I guess I'll have to leave it like this because I've got my
Yeah,
background going on, Sabira.
sure.
Okay, so everybody, I just want to give Sabira a great introduction. Sabira Falomi is my mentor, my friend. She's a teacher. She's a black belt in, I gotta get this right. She's a black belt in American Kenpo.
Kim,
Kenpo,
yes. Uh-huh.
yes. And she's also a breast cancer survivor. And she's here today to speak with us about leaving a legacy while you sleep. So welcome, Subira.
Thanks for having me.
You're
I want to
welcome.
start by saying hello to, I see some people from my page. My brother Mike is on here, and Zuri and Claricia, Kiwana,
All right, awesome. Okay, you're
Gwen.
that direction, so I'm gonna put my camera different here.
Okay.
There. This makes more sense.
Ta-da! That's funny.
Is the printing backwards on my Grow Forward Daily page?
Yeah, but you can read it. That's fine.
Someday I'll figure out how to do that properly for the go live.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, so happy Friday, Sabira, and thanks for coming on today.
You're welcome.
So, describe for our audience exactly what is American Kenpo? I had no idea what it was.
Oh, so it's a martial arts. It's a combination of karate and actually boxing. So it looks more like yeah, fancy boxing.
Fancy boxing. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you'll have to share a video of that with us sometime.
Okay. I stream it from time to time on my page. You oftentimes don't see that's an art you don't see a lot. But Elvis Presley actually trained in American Kempo, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Elvis was trained in American Kempo by Ed Parker, who is the one who brought it from Hawaii and Japan.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Are you enjoying it?
I do. I've been doing it over 25 years, so so absolutely enjoy it.
When I first met you, I just thought you were in some type of karate. I didn't realize it was had a special name and it was that defined.
Oh yeah, yeah. 25 years, probably a little bit, probably even closer to 30 at this point.
Okay, awesome. That's what
Hmm.
keeps you young and keeps you going, huh?
Yep, it does.
Awesome. Okay, so Sabira, today our topic
Hmm.
is leaving a wealth legacy while you sleep. So I just want to ask our viewers to please like and comment and share out this video. It's important because there's a lot of people out there that need to hear this message today. So thank you so much for sharing it out.
You're
Um,
welcome.
yeah, so and hi everybody that's joined us. Faye, Clarisha, and this is awesome. Hope you all having a good Friday. So I got some questions to ask you, Sabira, if that's all right.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Ask away.
Okay. So what prompted you to want to live a wealth legacy or leave a wealth legacy?
To be honest, because one is not being left for me. And I am now of that age where I have great nieces and great nephews and etc. And as you get older, and of course, having faced breast cancer, leaving a legacy was foremost in my mind. I count myself lucky that it happened when I was young. Most people don't, unfortunately, are not thinking about legacy building until they are, in their 60s and they start thinking, I'm eventually going to check out of here and I might want to leave something for my kids. Or, I mean, I know there are people who plan, but there are, unfortunately, um, the majority of America doesn't even save. So they certainly are not planning for that time that comes when they transition and they need to somehow transfer whatever assets they might have had while they were alive to their heirs. And most people don't even think along those lines of heirs. They're like, you're my kids, and when I die, whatever happens. But and leaving a legacy is about much more than even your family. But first and foremost, it is about your family, making sure that they have what they need to continue to create and thrive and build into the future. So there's a lot that goes into legacy building. But I know we're going to talk about the wealth part of it. Yeah.
And I agree with you. I know growing up in my younger years, I never thought of myself as being finite or leaving a legacy.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Well, I
didn't.
don't I don't hold the fact that we're finite. I just don't believe I always have the same body. But that's an aside. That's a little
Oh,
Subiraism.
okay. That's fine.
However, it doesn't mean I'm going to be able to come back and, take advantage of the what I may have built in terms of finances. Uh, so yeah.
Right. Yes, I am also at the age where I have great nieces and great nephews. I definitely think it's important now at my age to leave a legacy, especially a wealth legacy.
Hmm.
I know I'm not going to be able to take it with me.
That's right. That's right. I wanted to read to you. There's an Iroquois prayer, um, or at least some of their wisdom. So I'm going to read this to you. It
Sure.
says, the seventh generation wisdom of the Iroquois states, and I quote, it should be our hope that the care and thoughtfulness we bring to our decision making today will be remembered and honored by our descendants 7 generations from today. So, they're thinking about 7 generations. That's a long time, right? Um,
Yes.
that's, you think about a tree that you plant, and that literally by the time it matures, it could be a couple of generations have passed from the person who actually planted the tree. Um, how many of us are taking any seeds and planting it knowing, like, and that's the important part, like knowing I will not see the fruit of this seed. To be so selfless and so prepared and thinking so much about your family that you say, I know this is not for me. This is actually for people that when they come, I'll be, I won't be here anymore, probably. That's powerful.
That is
Um,
very powerful, and it is a
hmm
selfless act, and it's what more people should be doing.
hmm hmm
Planting that seed, knowing that I agree with you, knowing that you're not going to be around, but you're leaving something wonderful with great roots that can help the next generations instantly.
Yep, exactly. And so that's how I live my life, understanding that, my latest, let's see, great nephew, was just born this year. So he's maybe 6 months old. And so I'm already thinking about Jason. What can I leave for Jason? So that when
Mm.
he is of age to go to college or whatever it is he decides to do, that along with whatever my nephew has done for him, his great aunt has left something for him so that he doesn't have to struggle or figure out how's he going to pay for, this, that, or the other. Just, I think it should be. I like the idea of making life a little easier for the people who come behind me rather than, I don't want my family to constantly start, you know, at zero or negative zero. And so I can make that choice by, um, you know, leaving something today, planting something today. Oh, you're welcome, Allison. Hey,
And
James. Hey, Champ.
that is just great, Sabira. That is so selfless. Good on you. I love that.
Mm.
Now, I wanted to ask you another question. Why do you think it's important to be able to gather or collect or save wealth 24/7, whether you're awake, whether you're paying bills, whether you're sleeping? What's the
Hmm.
importance of that? And do you do that?
Yes, I do that. And the reason it's important, number one, because as you get older, you have less energy. Let's just, take it very basic, right? The thought that I could plant a seed that slowly grows while I'm in my 30s and 40s and even 20s, so that by the time I'm 60 and 70 years old, I've got income that comes in that I don't have to go to work for. Like, not that I have anything against the people, but I don't want to be a Walmart greeter. And a lot of people end up in those jobs. I forget what the statistics are, but I know that out of 100 people, by the time they reach 65, 64 of those people are on some sort of um, aid, some sort of assistance, which means they're not getting the best health care. They're not eating the best foods. You know, they are still working or somebody's having to donate to them. That's just not how I'm choosing to set my life up. Nothing against other people that's where they've ended up. But I know the stats, and I know that if I set up um, the way that my income comes in is not based on my physical labor. Therefore, by the time I am of an age where I no longer either I'm able to work or want to work, there's something else there. And again, I got a glimpse into that at the age of 41 where I couldn't work. And although I did have a little bit of money coming in, that trickled down to nothing. So I got very committed to making sure that these next few years that I'm working, it's not for what they call linear money, like money I have to work for, and then 2 weeks later I got to go back to work, and then 2 weeks later, and I'm always starting at zero. For me, that makes no sense. It's not effective, it's not efficient, and I just want things to be compounding and building, even if it's a little bit over time. But what happens is when you compound money, it grows at an astronomical rate. Most of us cannot take advantage of the compounding that's available if you shift how your income is generated. So that's why I think it's so important. It's an
Awesome.
effective, efficient, and it's just a very smart way to earn income.
I agree. And it's like a machine running in the background, whether you're there or not, whether you're sleeping or
Yeah,
eating or not paying any attention to it. You're not there. You don't have to physically be there.
right. For instance, I woke up and I was like, "Oh, it's Friday." Money had been deposited into my account and I didn't even think about it because for this particular income stream, every Friday there's a deposit made. And so whether thinking about it, or not, whether I'm in the United States or I'm traveling, it doesn't matter. It comes in and I've done the work one time rather than having to go back and do the work over and over and over again. I did the work one time and I get paid every Friday. Once you get a taste of that, you just can't go back to having to work from zero every 2 weeks. You just can't do it. I can't do it.
Viewers, I just want to clarify and make sure you understand what Subira is saying right now. To get this pay today on a Friday, she woke up whatever time she wanted, got out of bed, checked her computer. She didn't drive to a job, 9 to 5 job for the last 6 months or for the last month, say, to get paid today. She didn't have to
No.
commute anywhere and go to another office or go to another location for 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week to get paid today.
Plus
She
commute
did not have to
time.
do that.
Plus, yeah. Nope. Nope.
So, Sabira, basically, you're saying you are getting paid
hmm
and you are leaving a legacy and getting it compounded all at the same time.
Yeah. And if you think about it, it's actually legacy money coming in. Again, because I planted a seed with the clients that I work with. Now, it may have taken me, depending on who I'm talking to, there's some clients that, like the product and service that I have, and they decide, hey, you know what? Yes, I want this. And it happens on the first conversation. And then there's some clients that I have to, build a deeper, wider relationship with, but I make that investment of time on the front end, and that money comes in, that the legacy is in the relationship I built on the front end. And that relationship, which is my legacy, pays me forever as long as I keep my clients happy and satisfied and they continue to like the product that I give.
That is great.
Right?
I love it. And well
Yeah.
said. Well, well,
Thank
well
you.
said. Just to interject quickly, viewers, the page you see behind me below Sabira's face is my Grow Forward Daily page. So I will have more information like this and this Go Live posted on that page, and then current videos and information to grow forward daily. So go ahead and check it out. Like it if you want to, and hopefully you do. And go back to it often because there's good, valuable information, just like what we're giving you here today. Um, I got one more question for you, Subira,
Okay.
while we're on this topic. Now, we're also going to talk a little more about this opportunity and about your boot camps, but before that, okay, we've already answered it. I just thought about it some more. Is your wealth building for your legacy compounding? And you already said yes, it was.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't, to me, it doesn't make sense. And if it does, as they say, if it don't make money, it don't make sense.
Hmm.
Right? So
Right.
when I'm working, I need to make sure, number one, I planted a seed. And that seed is going to grow at whatever rate it grows. The idea is to plant many of them because they're all going to take root at different times. And I'm always thinking legacy. I'm always thinking, um, and also helping other people think and plan legacy. Because if other folks are thinking along the lines of legacy building, then to be engaged with me in my work makes sense. We're all going in the same direction, doing the same thing. We're all creating legacies for our families, for our communities that we live in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is great. I love it. Subira, so how can people get a hold of you, and when is your next boot camp starting up for your opportunity?
Okay, so thanks for asking. So I teach a boot camp. It's called the Gold and Bitcoin Boot Camp, and what I do is teach people the fundamental building blocks that you need for uh, financial legacy building, for wealth building. And so the next boot camp starts in May. I don't know the exact date right off the top, but it's May. It is 6 Mondays in a row, so 6 weeks. And you can find out about that. I'm sure that you have the link for that that they can get. Put your. Sorry about that. Call came in. um, but yeah, so people can, and if they want to connect with me personally, if you've learned about this boot camp from Lexi, please contact Lexi to get enrolled, or any of the other coaches that might be on here. If you were found out about this boot camp from them, please go to them. Don't contact me. You'll get me teaching you anyway. Um, but if they want to contact me for other conversation or other information, um, my Facebook page is my name, Subira Falame, or they can go to, I always forget the name of my own page. It's so crazy, but I'm going to find it here. Ha,
Sensei
that's so
Subira
crazy.
Falami, Team Ferocious.
Uh-huh. Or no, Gold and Bitcoin Life. Just go to Gold and Bitcoin Life, How to Live Free. Travel the world.
How to live free.
Yep. Gold and Bitcoin Life, How to Live Free, Travel the World, and Never Have a Job Again. That, in a nutshell, is what I teach. So May is the next class. We are going to keep the classes to a certain number. We are going to have limited seating. I've learned some things from these last couple of boot camps. So if you're interested um, in this type of information, I would say get a hold of Lexi as soon as possible, and because we're already, going to be starting to fill seats for that, and it is going to be a limited amount. I don't think I want to go over probably 30 to 40 students, so that I'm sure that there are enough coaches to give them the type of attention to detail that the students really, need in terms of accountability and such.
Awesome. So, all my viewers and Subira's viewers, leaving a wealth legacy while you sleep. This is our topic here for this Go Live, but what we're offering is an opportunity to be able to invest in yourself and leave a legacy while you sleep. And the
Hmm.
boot camp is the avenue of how you can jump into this opportunity, get to know more about it, and start to do those two things, invest in yourself and start to leave your legacy. So the
Hmm.
opportunity is there. I'm in it. It's an amazing opportunity. And definitely reach out to Subira, reach out to myself, go to my page, Grow Forward Daily. I can give you the link there. Subira can give you the link on her page. And
Hmm.
if doesn't Sabira, just some final words here. Do you have to be a certain age to get into this boot camp and start leaving your legacy?
18. You have to be 18. Now, people can come younger, but they're not really going to be able to take advantage of the. I mean, it's always great to learn, and I know that some of my coaches are very interested in working with younger people. Um, Tyra, for instance, she works with the charter schools, and she's bringing financial literacy to the kids in the school. They're implementing. So this is like, I mean, has taken on a whole new level. So in terms of being able to really take advantage of everything that is offered, you want to be 18. And yeah, that's it. You can be anywhere in the world. We do air, all the classes are done on Zoom, which is, will broadcast, allow us to broadcast all over the world. And our product side of the business, we are doing business in about 125 countries. So we've got a pretty good reach, can help people in, all over the world. And that is what I'm excited, really, really excited about. I'll tell you, as an African American, this work means a lot to me. And I don't talk about this very much, but it's hitting me, so I'm gonna just speak about it.
Go for it.
My why is from my heritage, right? My family didn't get the opportunity to leave a legacy because of the because of enslavement, right? So we didn't get they didn't get even have the opportunity to leave a legacy for
Right.
me and
So
for
we didn't.
I clicked that. Yeah, so my grandparents and great grandparents, it was not even an option. They were held out of so many jobs. There's so many opportunities that weren't available to them. And they worked for free for hundreds of years. So imagine the people who were the enslavers got 500 years of free labor and got to compound that money and pass that for generation to generation for 500 years, right? So I come along, I find out there is a way that I can begin to turn the tides of that in my family and in a lot of my students' lives. So for me, this is really, this work for me goes way more than Subira being able to wake up every Friday and, have income. That's the beginning. My thought is for the people who worked and toiled for nothing, that were able to leave their children and great grandchildren nothing. That now I can show those descendants a way that they can actually shift that experience in their family and in their community. So that's my why. That's a lot of my why for doing this.
I truly love it. Thanks for sharing. Now I'm going to call you a disruptor.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Wow.
And
That,
to do legacy work requires a lot of discipline. So you got to be clear about your why, because every day a new bill will come up, or a new some unexpected, unforeseen something will come up, or some new shiny toy that you want to buy. And I think I stand kind of at a crossroads in between two things. The 500 years of enslavement where people didn't get paid anything, and then there's me, and then there's this whole, line of people that aren't even born yet from my family. And so I am that middle ground that can make things different, make it so that the work that was done really wasn't for nothing. And so when I want to go and buy that shiny object, or do something that's kind of frivolous, I kind of think in two directions, kind of like what the Iroquois said: 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. And I stand in the middle of that. and the decisions I make are just that important. Now, of course, I allow myself to go and have fun. I travel. I have a great life. But always in the back of my mind, when I'm going to make a financial decision, I have to look in both directions because I'm being held accountable in both directions for my family, only because I've said yes to this legacy work.
That is great. Mm, that is just, while you were talking, I was thinking about my grandparents and their parents and my parents, and they were, it's much different background than yourself, but they came from Europe and they bought land, and they started working the land. They worked for years for free
hmm
for themselves, just to
Oh,
feed themselves. The work was just to feed themselves, not even going out
yep.
to get an actual job, just to get the land
To
up and
stay
running to
alive.
make food and, yeah, and have cows, stay alive. They worked
hmm
for free.
But that
And
wasn't really for free. Think about it. They own the land. So no matter what, they weren't working for free. They owned the land. So they were working for their own investment in themselves and in their family. So it's very, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I want to be very clear that's not the same at all. They worked for free. They got to eat the fruits and vegetables that came from the land. They got to drink from the cow that milk. They owned all of that. Very different from someone who works land that you have no claim to, and you can't even, if you eat the tomato, you could be beat to death, even though you have to pick the tomato.
you're right. I should have thought about that a little bit longer, Sabira. You're
That's
right.
okay.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, my main point, I guess, would be then to be worked so hard all their lives, and then at 70 years old, they really didn't have much left anyway. Um,
Mm,
they didn't know about financial education, and they really
right.
didn't. They did leave the land to the kids, but not financially. They left the land, which is really good. That's a very good thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But the opportunity that we have right now is to actually leave financial wealth and financial education to our heirs.
Right.
So I'm going to bring it around to that and say, it's an awesome thing. It was really tough hearing about your family lineage. I didn't know about that. That's pretty profound.
Mm.
And I'm glad that you
Mm.
are the disruptor and you're here and saying, I'm leaving this legacy. I'm educating people, and this is my passion. And leaving a legacy is so important to you. And I'm just really proud of you for that. That is so awesome.
Yep. Somebody's got to do it, and it looks like it's me. So I'm honored to stand in that role for my family, and teach those who want to be who want access to that level of information. Most people don't. They don't even know it's out there. They don't think about it. But for those who do, um, I'm here to share what I learn and as I learn it. So, yep. But thank you for the opportunity to speak about it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining me, Sabira. This has been awesome. And viewers, please do share this very important message out. Like Sabira said, a lot of people don't know about this opportunity. They don't know how to leave a legacy. They don't think about leaving a legacy. This video will definitely bring it to their attention. This is a powerful topic, and everybody should know about this. So sharing it out gives us a bigger reach so we can tell more and more and more people about this
Hmm
opportunity. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
thanks again for being here,
Absolutely.
Sabira. And thanks,
Thanks for having
Darlene.
me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Just a pleasure.
All
Thanks,
right.
James
Thanks
and
so much.
Clarissa, Darlene. Okay. Thanks, Sabira. Bye now.
Bye
Have a
bye,
great weekend.
everybody.